Hi everyone, Susie here from Minnesota, and I garden in a zone 4B, and I'm taking you on a fall garden tour. The salvia looks fantastic. It is a bit floppy. I don't remember what that is called. This is not flowering. This is an annual rudbeckia. I started that from seed. Probably I should have started a little bit sooner. Love these salvias, or salvia. There's just one in here. It's huge. We have been very dry. We got about an inch of rain last week, and then, but other than that, we have been just very dry. So things are yellowing a little bit quicker. It is about the end of September here, so it's normal. Oh, I love this with the Gaura. And that is Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia. Honestly, as an annual, it performs beautifully. I love that with everything here. These are my gourds. So far I've picked 3. There's more to come. They're pretty big. I was not expecting that size. I'm gonna see if they'll dry and I can turn them into birdhouses. I did plant some ajuga here, I would say over a month ago. So hopefully that'll take over. I think it'll look great here. The hydrangea leaves are yellowing, dropping flat. But I have been working on edging. That was a goal I wanted to do, and I like to do it when it's a little bit drier. This is a little too dry because it's coming up in hunks. So I've been having to break it up. And I'm working on editing some of my gardens, what I like, what I don't like. I am liking these hydrangeas, the little hottie. Can definitely tell, look at the difference in leaf color. That these were getting in the beginning Osmocote, slow release fertilizer, and then Miracle-Gro every now and then, just half strength. And they look amazing, and they've performed beautifully. This black lace elderberry is so tall. I love that. There's a little growth on these grasses here. The 3 weaker ones in the back, if it doesn't work out, I think I'll be fine because that will end up filling in, so we'll see. But look at this. I just got little ones coming off the side here, like it's got a skirt. I love this arborvitae here. This is Techni. The leader ended up getting broken off during a really bad winter, heavy snow, and then it's kind of putting out more, which I think it did it a favor. I love that. Not so conical. I'm not a big fan of conical. Here, edged too. I'm just kind of figuring out. A lot of this, the foliage is columbine, aquilegia that you're seeing, but love it. Looks great. Ugh. These hydrangeas are going to need to get a drink of water. We've got some really warm temps, mid to high 80s coming up here, so they're definitely going to need it, along with my apple trees and blueberries, things like that, that I'm just going to have to do today. I do want to edge here at some point, still this year, and that is a goal. Yeah. Love the hydrangeas there. I'm gonna have 2 more over here. I think I'm gonna put 1 more right here. I'm done with the roses here. this. Is that not gorgeous? Yeah, I have some bishop's weed coming through that just have to put some cardboard around. It was difficult because the roots were in that tree stump, and then I didn't really want to disturb around the roses too much, so I'll just lay some cardboard down and keep plucking away. Love the Korean featherweed grass. I am appreciating the dry spell because they're staying upright sometimes with the heavy rain. They flop a little bit, but they do have some sturdy stems, but they're very plumy. And then edged here. So this time of year, I'm not so much as looking where I need color, like blooms, because my sun situation has really changed to shade. I would say part shade. So beginning of the season, everything is full sun and great, but now it's most of this is in, and I look for foliage and texture. I love this. Oh, I'm not liking this, but I had to, so I might end up coming out that way. We'll see. I have things that are like a high priority now that I have to get done, like watering, and I need to get this done before the end of October, early November. I have another surgery coming up, so, but I'm trying to enjoy myself a little bit right now because it'll be almost a year when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, so that's hard to wrap my head around. And I wanted to edge last fall, but that did not happen. But look, see, this is what I mean by the chunks. So I just have to take my spade, and I was stepping on it too. That actually worked really well. But yeah, yeah. And it's things like that when it bothers me, it just keeps bothering me. And I need to look past it, but at least it's edged. Love Pulmonaria, the silver bouquet. And I do love these heucheras. I don't see too many heucheras on other channels that are like the green with the lighter green. And honestly, I think it just complements everything so well. I love the colored ones, don't get me wrong, the purples and the rust, but I mean, look at this color with this hydrangea here. That dustiness with like that dusty mauve rose, I don't even know what you want to call it, antique. And then with that, I love this combo right here. This is a favorite. I keep looking at this all the time when I walk past here, and I love these. Some of these like this one I started from seed here. Look how gorgeous that is. I find any that you start from seed tend to be a little bit more robust. But oh, look at, this is getting the east sun right now, and I love how that just shines through. I have a lot of Korean featherweed grasses. That is my #1 favorite grass. I do like the Carl Forster back there, but this is just more of a fountain. A squeaky shoe. Anything over here? And my hoses broke. I'll show you. Still looks great. I mean, holy cow, when I think end of September, almost October here, everything just looks great. And I say that because it's just, there's some houses that are looking a little tough. I know the sun. But like this part, this, I don't know what you call it, the spout here, and I can't get it back on because I just don't have the strength. Every time I try, it pops back off, and then I get sprayed with water. So I've just been having to hand water with my watering can back and forth. But at least I get my steps in. Brunnera still looks great. There is still some moisture in the ground. In here, probably not so much because this is raised up a little bit and really good draining. This box, when it doesn't get enough, the Ivory Halo Red Twig Dogwood, but now it looks gorgeous. I love this plant here. And the Ajuga, what can I say, still looks fantastic. Like I said, most hostas, the one hosta that I find, like Golden Tira, really tends to brown out quicker than others. And then I don't know the name of that. That was just from a friend. But that one too. But the other hostas look great. I do have to deadhead these. And that is a job for today. But, oh. I do recommend Clematis henryi. That just blooms the whole season. It's got a flower up there. And right now it's in a lot of shade, so it'd probably be putting out a few more blooms, but looks great. I know, like this hosta looks like that could use a drink. So I do not have anything set up on drip. And I do not water if I don't have to. Like, none of these will get watered. The only thing I did end up doing the magnolia here. I just hope it doesn't drop its buds. If it's too dry, I don't know much about magnolia, so I don't want that happening. It still is a pretty shrub though, even if it's not in bloom. Looks so beautiful. Limelight. That will get much bigger than that. I trimmed that to probably not even a foot, like really hard. There's just one plant in this container. I'm just loving this. This, I would love to give this some water, but I'm leaving it because these still look pretty decent, and I don't like to baby my plants. And then I was working over here, I edge this too, and then I'm just simplifying. So I have kind of like an anchor plant here, but then the Alchemilla mollis, and then repeated there, that is staying. And then I went with more Korean featherweed grass. So can't wait for that to get all, not this year, next year. I do like this. I think this is spilled wine, Weigela. And I'm okay that it's not quite as purpley as it should be. And I did get some, these are native grasses. So I just put it in this container here. They looked tough at the garden center, and the reason why I got some, they were having a $5 sale, and then also 50% off their shrubs too. So I think that's done. And it's just kind of looking, what is it? Yeah, no, that's all it is. So I'm just going to keep it in this container for now. I love these colors, how they just work with the 9 barks here. And also Georgia Peach Heuchera. It's a zone 3 plant, so we'll see if that comes back in that. I'm not going to move it, but I do like that here. And the green feathery grasses with the east sun. Look at that. The grasses are really shining, so I did widen this a little bit. Eventually I'm thinking about just swooping it to here and mating with the lady's mantle. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I like it, but I want it to swoop a little bit more and also maybe come out in a circle. So not right now. If I have time before the end of October, I will work on that. I did stake they were all flopped over when we did have that rain. Those heads are so big. And I love those colors. I did get some more. Georgia peach heuchera can tolerate sun or shade in my gardens, and they do so good. And even with rabbit damage and everything that was thrown at them. So I did go with a panicum grass here. This is half pint. And then I love these heucheras. They're called changeling. Is that not the coolest? Like, I love that. And they can take sun or shade. And then I've always wanted a serviceberry. This is Autumn Brilliance. So I know this is in a shrub form and will get a little bit taller, but a lot of these plants here, besides the sedum, can take a little more shade, which I think they will appreciate. And I can't wait. And plus, the birds love the berries on this, and I love the flowers in the spring. One of my bosses has one, and it was absolutely glorious. Hers is a tree, but just love it. So yeah, I love this whole area. And then I did have some hardy geraniums. This is Biokovo down here that did survive, so I put it back here, and it can just fill in this area. I do have a bench in here, and it can stay there because it is acting like a trellis. And at this point, I'm sure it has sunk down so much and is rusted that I don't even want to move it. But yeah, love this. But like I said, this is where I'm like, what was I thinking? Why did I do just a straight line? But that's fine. Moving on. Oh, these containers. We've had an unbelievable fall. The temps here have been just lovely. I love these pelargoniums. I mean, this whole container here. It's kind of hard. I don't know if I will do the squash again like this in the gourds. I like it. It's a nice privacy. It works, definitely. But I can't see my garden from my kitchen windows and dining room window. So I look out and all I see is this vine here, but I am getting some squash and obviously some gourds. This is Monarch Magic Ageratum, and I know I talk so much about this plant, but it's just absolutely, this was loaded with monarchs the other day, and this color just glows. Like right now it's very blue and with no sun hitting it, but once the sun hits it, then it's more purple. But I love this. I gave this some more. It just came out because it was kind of sucking with the lawnmower, and I'm the one who mows lawn, so I try and create easier, like, I think that's going to be a problem over in here. So that's where it's like, but just smoother lines to make mowing a little bit easier. I love this color on this honeysuckle, Durvilla. Something is eating the Hakonocloa grass down here and digging. You can see these like little stems there that are bare. So I do have a Autumn Joy sedum popping up through there, but it's working. I did take out all of the Verbena Bampton. Not all. I'm just in here. I was ready for it. It was in the way. It was getting pretty spent. And then I did move the Millennium Alliums over here, so it just creates a nice swoop over here. A little more cohesiveness. And then I did find a Staurantia seedling that I did move here in this empty little pocket. And then here too. I just wanted to be able to get through here, open it up, and get my path back. Do like that a lot. I could probably pull these out now that they're spent. Monarchs were really loving that. Oh, look at this rose. And the sun is just hitting it perfectly. Oh, so easy, double red. I did leave this. This is in between everything here. So And then just over here too, edged, my path is getting narrower, so I'm just careful not to take too much. I do have to mow, but... And then I moved an Alchemilla mouse over here, and it was over in here. This will just have more room. Again, a little cohesiveness with that one, and that's been there for about 6 years. And then I just did a drift of hydrangeas, and it's the Stormproof, the Incredible. So this does get a lot of sun here right now. It's just, again, I'll show you real quick here. So these trees just now shade everything, but the sun is coming up over here. But now it goes pretty much like this instead of up here. So they do get afternoon sun. But again, simplified it. And then I did move this. I think this is quick fire over here. And I've moved this so many times, so hopefully this is it. But this has this huge area to grow. I'll like this. I do think, just like I said, simplifying it. This is where I'm just looking at my gardens, and this time is probably the best time because you can go, well, that's being crowded out, I need to move that. Versus in the spring where nothing's really grown in, then you move stuff and then it just gets eaten up. This aster here is nice. It's more of a pink. It looks more purple. I think this is Woods Pink. And I don't know. It's okay. Pollinators love it. I'm just leaving it right now, but I do have a big drift. It is a little bit of a thug. Rabbits do love this, chewing on it, but it's just not performing like wow. Let's see. Yeah, so apple trees, all my fruits, cherries, all that has to get watered. I did move this here because that was over there. Let's see. Hydrangeas look pretty good. Some of them are looking tougher. Some of them are really browning. And that is just a moisture issue. And again, I don't water anything that's really established. So you can see it's browning. But still looking pretty good. It's actually great. I just love it. And this is all the sod that I dug up. So I do go in and save what I can of my soil, which is amazing soil. And then I've got some low areas in my garden that I'm adding it to, but I'm definitely not getting rid of that. This container looks great here. More of my begonias. Can't wait to see if I can get that to work again next year. This is Mammoth Yellow Quill Mum. Let me go. I love the blueberries. How they offer some really nice fall color, but look at that. I love this yellow. This pops. I like that. I'm going to be tackling some of the tomatoes. Something's eating them. So, I don't know. And I do have a hibiscus here. I don't know which one seeded, but I do have some buds forming. So hopefully it comes to fruition and I can see what color that is. Oh, look at the 9 bark. Oh. I was thinking about putting this over the apple tree here to protect it, but I don't know if I want to do that. I did end up getting some of that plastic bark covering, whatever you want to call that. I just think that getting this on is fine, but once it's, nah. Well, the bees are out already this early and this cool. Just an annual salvia with lots of calamintha that self-seed around the rock here and in my beds. Oh, I can actually walk this way. So I'm retiring a lot of the vegetables. I just have to get it cleaned out. I'm letting my beans just go to seed and get big and dry and then collect those. But I did trim up all of the garlic chives that were in the ground here. So this is where, if I do have a little time and energy left, I'm gonna probably cardboard back here and mulch, but this could also use a little extra soil. This is another service berry, but this is standing ovation. It was clearance. It looks pretty tough, but it'll be fine. But I do like this, just lots of perennials in here. And yeah, now I can see it. And look how much bigger this looks. I got a little tired of that garlic chivy smell. It was on my gloves and it's on my shoes. I'm just filling up my compost bins here. I have another dogwood here. It's not going to stay here. I will move it next year. I have a feeling that this pagoda dogwood is kind of like on its last life. Look at more of the Korean featherweed grass. Yep, I am a little obsessed with this. And then the coralberry looks pretty good. It has looked better, so that could have just been due to so much moisture back here. Still looks great though. Dwarf blue Arctic willow. I do have a Korean featherweed grass here. I just don't think this gets as much sun as the others because this turtle head Kiloni got so big. And why are you... look at that. That's avant-garde clematis. It's not dead, and just, we'll say going dormant because of lack of moisture. I'm getting rid of this zucchini. This is gonna be fun. I do have a lot in here. I like zucchini. I don't love it. Beets look a little weird. I think that's just due to heat. But I do have some. They just kind of stretch and look really weird. I'm going to be putting these strawberries into that whiskey barrel over there that has the basil. I just can't believe these corn stalks haven't dried up yet. I want them for the stalks for fall. I love calamitha. If there's any varieties you want to know, I know I kind of went over it real quick and it was more kind of like, you know, what I've been up to, editing, simplifying, moving, expanding a little. I shouldn't, but this is the root system of Verbena Bampton. So definitely not, it's a bit of a thug. So I do have more that's down here. So I will say if this is a plant that is a perennial in your area, good luck with that. The Verbena bonariensis, however, is very easy to pull out. Vines are looking a little bit tough, but I'm getting to that point where what is. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed. Bye for now.